Hi folks, welcome back to my World of Tanks replays with the mighty Jingles. Today we're looking at the Tiger heavy tank, an absolute icon of Second World War armoured combat. The Tiger used to strike terror into the hearts of Sherman and T-34 drivers, as well it should, because that's pretty much what it was designed for. There's all sorts of stories from the war about Tigers taking hundreds of hits and surviving to return to friendly lines. The gun knocking out columns of Sherman tanks from 1 to 2 kilometres away without taking any hits in return. It was a great tank. However, this is a game. And yes, in this game, a Tiger will rip apart Shermans and T-34s. But those are Tier 5 medium tanks. The Tiger is a Tier 7 heavy tank. It's not balanced against Tier 5 mediums. It's balanced against the other Tier 7 heavy tanks. So a lot of people come into this game with expectations of getting their hands on a Tiger and then ruling the battlefield, and they get very, very upset when things don't quite work out that way. So what does the Tiger have going for it? Well, armour, there's no sloping on it whatsoever. Sloped armour was unheard of when this thing was being designed in Germany. What armour it does have is all at flat angles. It's a box on tracks with a turret on top. It's a platform for carting that monstrous gun around the battlefield. That's all it is. Armour, it's not actually that well armoured. Not for a Tier 7 heavy. 100mm at the front, 82 at the sides and rear for the hull and the turret. It's not very fast. It only does 30 kilometers per hour. It's a German heavy tank. That's what they're like. So what does it have going for it? Well, that monster of a gun. The 88mm Pzkpfw decent rate of fire, very good penetration, 203mm, respectable amount of damage, very good accuracy, okay aiming time. So what exactly is it going up against? Well, let's have a look. Remember those numbers, 100mm, 82, 82. That's the armour protection. So let's compare it to the IS. And here it is. No, it isn't. That's the IS-8. There we go. The IS has 120mm of armour at the front, 90 at the sides. It's better armoured than a Tiger. And it's faster than a Tiger. Okay, let's have a look at the Americans. The Americans get the T-29 at Tier 7. Again, it's faster than the Tiger. It's better armoured at the front than the Tiger on the hull. And of course, American heavy tanks turret armour is just ridiculous at the front. So they're all better armoured and faster than the Tiger. So what advantage does it have? Well, if we have a look at the guns, where's the IS gone? Here he is. If we have a look at the guns of the three tanks, you'll see straight away where the Tiger stands out. And it's that gun. So there's the Tiger's 88, there's the IS's 122, and there's the 105mm gun on the T-29. Rate of fire, Tiger's got them all beat. Penetration, Tiger's got them all beat. Where they win is on damage output. The Russian gun nearly does 400 damage. The American gun does 80 damage more, substantially more damage than the Tiger's 88. And the accuracy is just appalling. 0.42, 0.46, no. Tiger hasn't beaten every category other than aiming time, where it still beats the 122mm D25T on the IS. So it's the gun. The gun is what makes this tank. And that is pretty much accurate historically as well. I mean, coming up against Shermans and T-34s, the Tiger's armour was fantastic as well, but the gun is what enabled it to knock out entire columns of enemy tanks in minutes. And learning how to use that gun to your best advantage is how you're going to do well in World of Tanks. Now remember, the matchmaker doesn't just pit you against Tier 7s. Right? You're in a Tier 7 heavy, you can fight Tier 8, 9 or 10 games as well as Tier 7, Tier 7 games. And that gun is really the only thing you have going for you. So, let's jump into a game, see how it performs. Okay, so here we are on Ruinberg, and it's an encounter battle. One flag, both teams fighting over it. And if you have a look at the matchmaking list, the team list, this is probably the worst possible matchmaking you can get in a Tiger or any tier 7 heavy. Yep, that's a T110E5 on our side and a mouse on their side. It's a tier 10 game. Not just the tier 10s, there's a whole buttload of tier 9s there to worry about. So we must be cautious. We've got a very, very good gun, but it's no good to the team if we're dead. So we're going to play this one carefully. Oh, T20. I can have him. Pitiful armour. It was kind of a low damage roll. 240 average damage, only did 201. Now there's only his turret showing up, it's not worth taking that shot. Now, coming down this road on Runeberg, not just an encounter battle, anytime you play Runeberg, is a bit risky. Because it all depends on who wins the fight up there on the far eastern crossroads. But while the battle's going on, oh, Jagdpanther, I can have him. Come on. Oh, it missed. What? With this gun? I demand a recount. Come on, just stay there, don't move. Right, tracked him. Now he's dead meat. And there's an SU-152 lob and high explosives out as well. Second hit, good damage roll, 270. There goes another derp shell. And we finish him off. So, a kill. Way. But let's not get too cocky. Right, there's a Yag Tiger and a Lorraine over there, and they're both very dangerous. I should know, I drive them both. So, yeah, there's plenty of support going around there. Not to worry. Let's see what we can see. Oh, and that is a perfect angle. Nope, somebody else. No, come on, let's get this Lorraine. Let's get it. Very, very dangerous Lorraines. But pathetic armour. And we can definitely hurt them. There you go. Don't hang around in front of his gun. That's it, pull back. I mean, if you have the cover there, and you need to reload between shots, by all means use it. So, well, we're doing really well here. We've got a kill, we've damaged a bunch of enemy tanks. We're winning 9-5, but it's still, anything can happen. I've played a lot of games where we've been winning 10-5 and managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. In fact, if you have a look at my T29 replay, we were losing 5-10 before we turned it around and pulled a win. So don't get cocky, we can still lose. Remember that it's a great gun you've got, but it ain't no good to your team if you're dead. So, coming up this road, and now there's a Panther 2 over on the left there. So he looks like a likely target, and then if I can kill him, I can provide flanking fire into where that E75 and Mouse are camping. So that's my plan. Nope, turns out the Panther 2 is actually on the other side of those buildings, so he could be dangerous. He could be firing into my flank while I come around the side of this church. So keep an eye on him, I'll need to kill him first. Oh, no, there you go, problem solved. Now that's a Mouse, that's the most heavily armoured tank in the game. And you can penetrate him. Now it's showing an orange penetration marker, which just means that you can penetrate him, not that you're going to penetrate him. But if I get a good penetration roll, you can even hurt a Mouse with this gun. Yeah, and he's down. All they've got left is an E75, a Tiger and an AMX-13. And we can definitely hurt this E75. Especially if he keeps pointing his ass towards us like that. And now there's just the Tiger and the AMX left. And I have taken a single point of damage. So we're not being stupid. At this tier, the Tiger has paper for all. Well, at tier 7, the Tiger has paper for all. So you wait for him to fire, then you pop out. Oh, just blew away his cover. Oh well, that means the rest of the guys could shoot him. We go, got him. And it's all over by the shouting at the moment. It was actually it was a hard-fought game. 14-11. There's only 4 of us left. And I think the only hit I actually take in this game is from the AMX. Who pops up just down this road. But look at the firing squad lined up waiting for him. But, you know, full credit to the guy. At least he had a go. There we go. He hit me. Yeah, he really didn't stand much of a chance. And I don't know if you noticed chat down there. This guy was actually complaining about... Where is he? This fella here, in the Lerva, who shot friendlies at least 3 times. And despite that, we still pulled off a win. So, yeah, I mean, if you're in a Tier 7 heavy, whether it's the Tiger, the T-29 or the IS, in this kind of game, it doesn't really matter how well you play. You're relying on how competent the rest of your team are. And if the rest of your team are at least halfway competent, and you back them up, you don't take chances, use your gun where you can get the most use out of it, you'll do quite well. If your team are pants on head incompetent, however, it doesn't matter how well you play. You're a Tier 7 heavy in a Tier 10 game, you're doomed. But providing your team are halfway competent, you know, you can pull off a decent result. And that was a decent result. 31,000 credits and 1,300 XP, which ain't bad. Did I get a Confederate? Ooh, that'd be nice. No, I didn't. I'm not sure how many you need for Confederate. I thought it was 5, but clearly it must be more than that. So anyway, yeah, 2 kills, damaged 5. I certainly pulled my weight in that fight. And, you know, you can too. Just don't take stupid risks. You have to play it differently if you're in a higher tier battle than if you were in a Tier 7 battle and you're sitting at the top of the team list. So that was the Tiger, German Tier 7 heavy tank, an absolute icon of the Second World War, and not a bad tank in game either. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you next time.